Hello students, how are you? So welcome to my class, that is social science. In that history. In the history, I'm going to my lesson is Greek, Roman and American civilization. And my today's topic is about the Maya civilization. So in the Maya civilization, I'm going to explain you all about the life of the Mayas. So in the last class, I started my explanation with the life of the Mayas people. So we have seen that the people of the Mayas, they are the short, brown complexed people with a long hair, asano, and the round headed. So the people where they used to live, they used to be with the villages and all. But in the city centers, we can see the Vedka, we can see the palaces, pyramids, asano, temples, everything. But market areas and all. So it will be deserted. It is a lonely place. When there is any requirement, then only the people used to gather with the religious festivals, functions, ceremonial markets and all. And after that, they'll vacate. So at that time, the place will be empty, lonely place, deserted we can tell. So I am going to continue with the life of the Mayas. So in all the ceremonial centers on either side of the courtyards, there used to be the pyramids itself. Courtyard means what? The front part is called as a courtyard. So this side one pyramid, this side one pyramid. Beneath means what? Inside the pyramid, beneath them, inside the pyramid, there buildings with many rooms itself. So inside the pyramid and all, pyramid it's in a triangle. So inside the pyramid, there were many rooms were there itself. So in front of the courtyard, either side, left side as well as the right side, what we can see the pyramids itself. So the pyramid, inside the pyramid, beneath means what? Inside the pyramid there are many number of rooms in them. And in front of these used to be a mammoth stone pillars. You can see the mammoths are a huge elephants and all with a long trunk. Those are called as a mammoth. Those pillars were there itself. And of which some pillars with the pillars having the they erected their sculpture of the mammoths. Some of the pillars were plain itself. Usually some depict what they show, that is gods, priests, important leaders in administratives and all. So some of the pillars are sculpted with the mammoth, that is an elephant, and some of the pillars were plain itself, and some of the pillars were depict the gods, priests, and important leaders in the administration. Not only that, there is an hieroglyphic writings also would be curved on the pillars itself. So such stone figures are called as stelae. The pillars, first what we have seen in the ceremonial centers, in the village center, in the time of this courtyard, in the front of the courtyard there are the pillars used to be, pyramids. So the pyramids, inside the pyramids we can see the many number of rooms were there, and in front of them the mammoth pillars. So some of the pillars were depicted the elephants, and some of the pillars were plain, and some of the pillars depict the gods, the priests, and the ruling, the leaders, the kings. This picture also used to depict it. Not only that, apart from that, we can see the hieroglyphic writings also is depict on the pillars. So these pillars are called as stelae, and the largest among these is the pillars. That is approximately 35 feet height, the pillars, and the weight is 65 tons. The pillar, those pillars, and there were temples on the top of the pyramids itself. And the people used to assemble. They used to gather in the courtyard and watch the rituals that they watch the rituals held in front of the temple. And by about 19th century, people stopped all these ceremonial till 6th centuries itself. And ordinary Mayas lived in herds on the outskirts of the ceremonial center. They used to be grow that be that maize fields and all around. The farmers used to grow more maize and the yam. Do you know what do you mean by yam? Yam is called as a sweet potato. And the laborers, the number of laborers are innumerable. Peasants and were utilized here to construct huge structures. Got it? So what we have seen here that in when the time of an ceremonial centers, the people used to gather in some. So they depict how the centers will be there. So the ceremonial centers will be there is pyramids are there, pillars are there. Some pillars depict the mammoths, some pillars are plain, some pillars depict the gods, priests, and leaders, administrative leaders, means what, the ruling class people are there. So these pillars are called as in a stages. And the pillars, the weight is, and the weight and height is, the height is 35 feet height and the weight is 65 tons are there. And the pillars on the pyramid we can see the temples also. So the people what they used to assemble when the time of rituals and not held in front of the temple. And till about till 9th century, and after 6 centuries no one had gathered it. And in the city outskirts, the normal Mayas people they used to live. They used to grow more maize. And the yam is called as a sweet potato. And the laborers they utilize for the construction of the huge structures. So this is about the life of the Mayas. Okay, so in the next class again I am going to continue with my same lesson. Students, I hope so you all understand it. Have any doubt, any queries and all, you all can contact me or else you all can come to school. Okay, thank you students.